towards this A side. Victor already coming towards that back, and Ethan's holding that door. Door's also gonna close. Looks like C9's ready to play the flood retake, and it's quick. Paranoid comes out, and that's a twofer for both teams. And now a 3-on-3 spike is yet to come down, but it's out in the open and up for grabs for the attack side of NRG. Tap on that spike, door gets broken. Shock darts on the ground, but Som lands the shot. Low HP are the players of NRG, and lower HP are C9 falling down. In terms of his utility, and there's that Victor pushing through, Cloudburst away, backstab onto Vanity as well. That opens up the site for a bit. Upgrade weapon now coming in for NRG. It's the same thing as a pistol round. They close in, they close the door, and they try to get the spike plant down, but at least Zeppo was able to get one before this plant came through.
Molly going out, trying to clear a little bit of lower here. Looks like they're about to fall in if they can get this door broke or pushed on rather from tree.
And both Aldrones got information right here, and they realize now for NRG that Cloud9 are looking to flood once again for the top pass. So that lurk from behind, long break with the stinger, and there's only one left alive, and it's Victor that knocks down Zeppa at the dice.
Ooh, null command, but this is going to be good. Moose is over at A, so they can still activate the mollies.
Recon Dart came out though, and it's not going to ping Vanity, who breaks it right away. Smoke's coming out, the sprays through from the Odin, but the first contact are from both players on either side. But NRG takes the tally of the lead of this tally so far in terms of the trades. Looks like one more time, C9 will have to play the retake, but at a man disadvantage.
Yeah. And again, before this retake, let's talk about NRG adapting to that, realizing the mollies went out, they couldn't shut the door. And they knew the fight would instantly come from mid pressure. They didn't have. They turn, they kill mid, and all of that delay in B site goes away as NRG again figure out how to get around it.
And as soon as Finesse throws that hat, you definitely know here that it's...
Yeah, maybe Sam said, you hold it. Finesse is still lurking about, but they have a ping on him. I think they heard him on the left side there, and there's a shot from Moxie. We finally see that movement in mid as this wine play hits on that Zeppa.
It's the best you could have done here for Zeppa. Try to do another one and done, especially when the Aldrone didn't get broken. That allowed here for Crashes to get that ping towards the wine, get that information for them to close in on the Zeppa. And Oxy lands that shot with the operator, swings out again for the second one. A trade finally comes through, but it's only Finesse left. 1 versus 3, now a 1 versus 2. Cage up, 8 seconds left. Tap on that spike, he has to stick it. There's the Odin to spray out, and it's Rooney with the pick, and C9 finally score on the board.
The reads right now are kind of incredible from both teams and how they may be able to get an upper hand on these rounds.
There's that timing come through, waiting for that smoke to be thrown, or the flash rather, as the smoke dissipates, allowing both players from NRG to push through and take down Oxy. That's the operator down. Null command coming up to try to slow them down on the defensive side. That's Zeppa that activates it. Hunter's Sphere on an attack, does get the ping onto Moose, and Moose unfortunately falls for C9. Underhand flash, full player blind, and Zeppa gets the pick. Nowhere coming through now for NRG. Still a man behind, a man down. Cloud9 have to regroup, but they're separated across the map. Plant towards the B side for NRG, and Crashies is still trying to find that flank. A 1v1 should be won now by Vanity.
Almost a phantom moment. He's good. 2v2 now into the site as Victor pushes stairs here for the aggressive play.
It's a good call as well. Now it just got spotted towards the market. The dash is wasted. It actually separates both the players of NRG. Ethan goes for the hero play on top of the staircase. Jiggle peeks to see the last one, and not a chance for Vanity to come through.
Site, really nice adjustment, and a good adjustment from Finesse there.
Tempo change from both teams. Not allowing Finesse to get it any late lurks back towards the A side hit, but already NRG moved inside the site, already on top of Heaven too. Aldrone to try to clear it out to give a chance now for Victor to move forward. Hunter Sphere out on the defensive side, Paranoid at the same time. It does get the contact onto Crashies. But we can't move in yet to go for the plant. Finally, Som goes for a safe plant.
And they are swarmed right now. This is going to be a tough one. Victor's on top of Jenny trying to make it happen.
Just trying to stay alive now as he just got spotted by the Aldrone, and dagger match for both Jets. But Victor gets picked off by Vanity, and that's too much to deal there for Som. Come through, potentially break the alarm bot. They still have a lot of time to work with here, too.
Oh, big dart.
Onto, yeah, that knife is going to hit a lot. Vanity now setting up towards that back with Zeppa. That's a 1-for-1, but Victor opens it up. Forks in now. Rooney to stay behind. Does have an Odin. It goes for shock darts as well at the default spot, but the plant is actually deep in the back of the A site for A main.
Oh, cat and mouse.
Oh my God, by Finesse.
It's not the first time, too, for this Ascent game. FNS has been so much trouble in the middle of the map here for Cloud9 on the rotations, on the play overall, and just being able to add information.
You see the change, small changes coming out from NRG.
Yeah,
they threw
always.
the pop flash before the smoke dissipated. It looked like it was going to be a similar play. And as they storm through, it breaks the timing of C9's positioning, and Oxy once again falls right away.
Crazy. Wait a minute. The brain is growing? Is it growing or is it getting smooth? We have to find out. Oh, it's growing. Ethan takes one down. They'll move in, but a hiding Rooney. Causing problems? Nope.
And look at the last two players already like staying back towards this A site. Thankfully, at least for now, Moose has full utility towards this A site so that they could try to have a final stand. Try to save the weapons into the next round, but Finesse is already on the hunt.
Just like the round starts and it's like C9's in instant save mode already.
And Moose and Oxy are trying to hold that angle.
There it goes.
There's an all commando, 2 op shots ringing out from behind from Oxy on top of the tree. That activates the push. Moose is moving forward, gets the backstab onto Victor. No more dash entry finally for NRG. Sum's holding the off angle, and at least the players inside the B site are holding their grounds. It's only Som left alone now to 1 versus 4. Paranoia, 13 seconds left. Spike down as well and out of reach. And finally, here comes that pinch. He's able to get 2 at least. So it's all reactive. A lot of the players now smoked up towards the tree. Counter Paranoia for both teams. And Victor, close range battle, wins it against Vanity. Player advantage once again for NRG. Scoring a lot of first bloods in this first half. And Ethan will get the plant down. But instantly that lockdown comes through, but it's passive towards the back. They know here that NRG loves to crunch in and try to break the lockdown. Now isolating everybody towards the left side. But Ethan is too good with the kill. That's 3 on the board. And no value coming out of corralling NRG outside of the A site. And Moose is left alone, 1 versus 4. ADS with the Odin, but that's it. Closing it round.
I mean, maybe they could turn time back and get the Eagle round win rate back up again. Get that 30+%.
Got a lost value at least, but unfortunately Oxy couldn't get any of those kills. And what they're good on so far in these pistol rounds is slowly falling apart. Only Rooney and Zeppa left, and they're pushing through. NRG just takes the fight to Cloud9. Rooney's left alone now, spotted by Som.
3 gone.
At least manages to get the headshot onto Victor, but down to 20 HP, and everywhere he goes, he just gets shot in the back.
NRG is cleaning up everything. This is going to be a drone towards B. Victor's ready with the op just on the other side here as they walk into these trips as well.
And they're just waiting for that cage to come down, and hopefully with the cage coming down, there's 3 players that could actually take at least a trade. So they're trying at least a buddy system for a trade, but they meet up with the op once again of Victor, who this time lands the shot. And with Zeppa isolated towards Pizza, there was no extra utility to help them pop flash out. And here comes the continuous heroic plays out of Cloud9. Yes, it manages to get a few kills, but not enough map control as Moose is left stranded towards the A site.
10 seconds
Tap
left.
forward, there's still Ethan dancing around the generator, but he's not even needed as Victor comes out.
He's loving it. If you saw the cam there when he was dashing, he's got a smile on his face. Oxy's looking for that play. He's in it, but the play is in B.
Trap kill coming through, and Crashies is able to get that one. Victor then answers back onto Moose. Oxy re-engaging back towards the middle once again. The buddy system is still better for NRG. A 1-for-1 player advantage. The hat to get information in it. They'll know. They've isolated the last 2 players of Cloud9 inside this B site. Thankfully, though, it is an Odin in the hands of Zeppa and a Guardian for Vanity, so they have some weaponry to work with. The wallbang starts first. He tries to counter bang across with the Odin.
He's limping.
And there's nothing in the system. There's no flashes to come out. There's no knife. The Paranoia first. And last to go is the last to fall. Vanity picked by Victor, and Cloud9 crumbles to NRG on ascent.
Create an action towards the mid. Oopsies.
Turreted classic for Moose, though, is able to score first for Cloud9. So a good start on their defensive side. Alarm bot gets immediately broken, but that's Ethan with the spike on his back. Needs his teammates to group up with him.
Big push up here. Cloud9's going to try to get the timing on this one. Realizing it's not down towards mid. Once the spike's planted, it'll be NRG kind of filing out into the site, and they'll be able to set up post plant. But this is going to be a good pinch as the time is 1 minute now.
And everybody's looking down towards under the pipes, and there's Oxy scoring through with that rain off. Looking to fight back from Snowman.
Easy alarm bot behind. This should be a pretty good cleanup for NRG to grab. If they can do this flawlessly, that'll be huge.
It's a good start. Victor's at the top here of yellow. Ethan with the wall coming down, playing towards the danger. That's another player down towards orange. Oxy making that Guardian work for now. And as he goes for the re-swing, gets punished by Som. Zeppa's now left alive, and he's looking for the exits. 1v1 against Finesse. Contact win by Finesse, and NRG score finally their gun round.
A quick push up by Som already.
Is it going to be watched? No, unfortunately not.
Crazy.
Zeppa blocked by his own teammate's wall. The dash comes forward. The crossfire is set up for these trades. No lurk now towards the middle, but the A side is given up as Som continues his lurk down towards the boiler. A 1v1 against Moose, who wins it, low on HP. But Oxy does have the Empress to work with. Meanwhile, the spike has been planted towards this A site. And Oxy already has that Empress activated, looking to clear out the A side. The jiggle spots Ethan, repelling back towards the top of pipes, top of 410 rather. And this is just to kill time so that Moose could get this backstab. The timing's looking pretty good so far. Gets that first isolation at the dice. It's traded off by Ethan, who's low on HP. Now time is of the essence against Oxy. Has to walk forward. Knife out too to try to pick up the pace. Swings out on the side. The headshot onto Ethan. Comes back in for the defuse. And that was a nice little play from both teams, but I don't know if we have enough time coming through.
Mans.
Oh! The win comes back for NRG in the end.
All the util over his shoulder to give him the free space.
Floats towards the air, dagger in the chest of Moose. First blood once again in favor of NRG. But you talk about fighting on the defensive side. A triple flank, this time from B to A. Being watched by the Yellow Drone, spots all three. Now all of NRG are going to start grouping up the fight. It's a 3-for-3, but Oxy's the one to get the first two. Finesse holding the ground, Oxy the third. Now he's just trying to run that clock down. There's that Lear to come up. Dances around towards the back of the spawn. Oxy closing the gap and Zeppa gets the kill. It's up to Som alone now. Thrash coming in all the way towards the back of the attacker spawn. And it's gonna spot him, he gets detained. Still trying to find him inside that pit though.
Hiding and everybody's like,
he's out of it. Back through! Gets a headshot on Som! Ball three! Ow! Did you do that, Som?
Impossible, we just witnessed.
It's quite interesting though, the pit doesn't really give him a chance to really move forward.
Right.
The spike is outside of it, at least gives him a chance here to hold the lockdown. But there's that Hunter's Fury on the attack from Crashies, looking to cancel it. The 1B and the 2B not happening, but at least they had the lockdown on the attack side as well. So you have to drop that pit. But NRG are just playing the long range, and when it comes down to these duels, once again, NRG takes the upper hand. Last two players, Zeppa and Moose, already falling back to save.
I feel like okay, so we see the pit that doesn't give them enough room, right, for a C9 here. As NRG are going to win, they want to play aggressive.
Recon double flash, Som crouched. Avoided a bit of those bullets until finally he tries to swing out and Zeppa instantly drops him. Pings are coming out, so that's Som giving the information that there were 3 players trying to crunch through. But meanwhile, 2 players have inserted towards this A site. Spike finally picked up here by Crashies. It was left all the way back towards the spawn.
Had the chance to go back towards B, but they are securely in A right now. Maybe getting a little too quiet for comfort. There's Oxy, getting loud again.
Continues to get loud. That's the second kill in the round. Crashy is trying to find a lurk, but gets beamed. Still manages to win the fight against Zeppa.
Last player standing.
And there's Finesse. The IGL, a 1 versus 3. Couldn't break the dart. Oxy moves down to get the third. And you wanted Oxy to start stepping up here. I mean, you mentioned.
Still, they're going to make it on the B.
Big split. Vanity with the first and second, though. Anchoring towards this B site. Oxy still alive towards yellow. Swings towards the right. The headshot onto Ethan. Advantage once again for C9. Finesse trying to find that lurk. It was red, but not won by Moose. Giving a chance now for NRG. Some hope, a 2v2. Oxy drops the spike. It gives information for Finesse, but couldn't figure out where Rooney was, and that was an easy kill towards the back of the gate.
Watching the back side, Crashies has that covered so the team can just look into sight, and Victor's in a weird spot. He can do a lot of damage here.
And he does so indeed. Headshot into Vanity, turns around, head on a swivel, but couldn't find a connection on the second one. Rooney's gonna be there for the swing. A 4 versus 4, Oxy trying to close that gap. Back in with a shorty, close range headshot into Ethan. For the headshot at the Som. The It falls, crashes, shock dart onto Moose. Now alone, sticking on to that defuse. Will he get it? At point 43.
Everything that goes across just about. Here's the rotation.
We want to give it up here for Cloud9. Big fight up towards middle. And that's a star player down for Cloud9.
Yeah.
Finesse activating that lurk and now has an opportunity to push through towards Boiler, but he's being followed by the alarm bot. It does not matter. Everybody's storming through and instantly Cloud9 falls towards green. But there's a lot of players from NRG right over here. Vanity scores the first blood. Seems like it was a good read by NRG from the start. They knew this hit was happening, but the fights are still in favor of Cloud9. Now tap on that spike. Som is able to just weasel his way around this B site. Now the wingman's gonna drop. He's still trying to find these kills and just avoids everybody until Zeppa finally turns back and gets the headshot. And Crashy's no chance now. 1 versus 4. I mean, he's good in the clutches. But this is maybe asking a little bit too much.
About to bite back.
They just tried to lure Dizzy to find some info. Nice shot coming out of Victor. But Som has also fallen at the same time. There's still 2 players there, and the buddy system is working on both ends. Op still available, dash away, finally grouped up now with Crashies as Victor going back. Looks like Cloud9 still wants to commit the fight towards this B site.
3v3 after that chaos. Great shots from Victor here to even it out.
Just trying to play contact, that's a nice lurk by Moose. Crashies is still on the top. Looking to go for the drop kill, and there's that first. Drops to the ground, he gets hurt, and got the take at least through the wall, but Vanity stays alive. But still before he falls, there was Finesse that was able to at least make it a 1v1 as Vanity gets the wall bang. The IGL from Cloud9, or Cloud9 rather, to rotate back towards the A site for a hit. Empress activated by Oxy, spotting 2 towards the top, but that's the buddy system that's better for NRG. 2 for 1. Actually, even a 2 for 0 as Ethan also comes towards the back of the site. Tap on that spike, but it gets denied by the utility and just by the players at the same time. Come in ready, and Som is now getting tested towards yellow. Pre-fire shot.
Yeah.
Oxy runs into it, gets gooped by the Dizzy, and still gets the headshot onto Zeppa. Spike has now fallen, and Moose waits him with the op.
Look at everybody back up. They're like, oh, op? We'll wait. NRG is just holding the angles now, knowing the spike is down out in the open. And C9 has to go find it. Just in front. An easy grab here, but the fake plant is what I think C9's hoping to get a shot off of.
The jiggle by Ethan. Pump shot does not connect, and too far.
All right.
Is Moose. Actually looks like Finesse has slipped through towards the alarm bot. And does get that kill. Rooney is out alone. Instantly traded by shock darts coming out from the snowman.
Get the plant though.
We'll have to see. I mean, the first wave of util was already canceled, but Zeppa backs up, gets off by Victor. Another opportunity potentially to pick up the spike and try to plant again. Another attempt, a third ult coming down, this time with the Viper's Pit.
Spike planted.
Use it all. The kitchen sink is coming in just a few seconds too.
Late storm activated by Victor. 2 players on the top of the A tower trying to drop down for a death ball inside the pit. First contact here towards the pipes. Moose wins it against Som. Gliding towards the areas Victor. But Moose gets picked off by Ethan instead. Only 2 players left alive for Cloud9 inside of this pit. Both of them playing towards the back of the dice. And Oxy's able to get a couple of kills. So 1v1. Once again, the IGL's going head to head. And Vanity pulls up on top.
Got the orb one way going up and down.
Pop flash for a triple swing, and it's C9 on the board. 2 players left alive, and look at them instantly go towards this A site. It's looking to be a flawless now for Cloud9.
Thanks, little man.
As they have made a beautiful fight here for control towards yellow.
This could be 2 rounds for Cloud9 based on how the economy's been going. We might get a super low buy here with some hero rifles if NRG can get themselves into a decent position, but after winning those previous rounds, they're getting 1900 on the current credits. So,
but definitely the objective is here for NRG, not only to win a round, but if they lose it, to make sure that these purchases are going to be expensive. It's not looking too good to start though. 1 for 1. Victor long range with the Sheriff. Spike yet to get planted so far though, as we do have Oxy that pushed all the way up towards Snowman. Now finally the commitment for the plant. This time in the hands of Zeppa. He spikes it down. Oxy covering his teammates as they fall back towards main. And not making it easy here for Som and Finesse once again. streamer duo to work together. Turret now broken.
I was gonna say, if FNS is still competing, so is he. And it's not for this round. Oxy with 4, Van Silly.
But look at that with a pick coming through to rotate it across towards the A side. And we're trying to cut the rotate. It's Finesse right there. There's that first, but cannot get the second. Surviving at 60 HP. The Crashies is there. The spike is now down. And Oxy's looking to fight back. Looking for some. But you definitely do see NRG now taking full control of the map, especially with the spike. There goes Moose. Rotating back, retreating back towards the T-spawn to be able to get that kill. And now he's left alone. His teammates trying to find those lurks, trying to cut those rotates. Both of them lose in the fight. With 14 seconds left now, committed towards A. Alarmbot knows that Ethan's close.
10 seconds left.
And Moose is gonna stick this one. An opportunity for him to set up now. And a chance to move around. Tucks in, there's that drop. And there's the touchdown from Cloud9 as he bounced back. These B-side hits, aftershock breaking trips, or it could just be a prowler. There's a lot of utility you could use. Now a pop flash and then try to push back towards the spawn. Unfortunately, it does not connect for the pain shells that were thrown, but it's a 1-for-1 at least for now. 4-on-4, a flood back from Boba. Right-click classes from Benny down to 2. Make that even third. Finesse now trying to stay alive, half HP. Up in contact, 2 players swinging out. And Cloud9 get the pistol.
Alert kills on at the last moment.
That's a flash that's gonna fully blind one. Cage comes up, Finesse is trying to keep the players alive. That's a 1-for-1. Oxy tries by with the Spectre to drop both players inside market. Ethan realizing that he has to push back towards the spawn. Able to get the headshot onto Rooney. There's a late backstab happening through, but Vanity's very slow on this. All the players committed for energy inside this A side. There's the first walkout. Nobody's clearing it. Both of them drop, and no opportunities then for Vanity to get the defuse. He's looking for exits. And as he hears the players retreat out, the second smoke comes up. And looks like... But as the Prowler does so, forces the hand, but Rooney's not done yet. Comes back out, here's a fight towards the A side. Oxy drops 2, but Finesse is pushing forward. They pinch in towards the A side, the hat comes out to get information of the last 2, but unfortunately here, Moose falls. And Vanity full kit, but up against 3 players, and Ethan with the Rolling Thunder inside the site, if needed be. Jump spot now. They know that Vanity is on top of the dumpster. They could just wait it out. Karashi is just waiting here for a second contact to come through. You already see the camera towards the elbow as well. And that's Finesse watching towards the entrance of the A site. So everything in favor of NRG for that round. For this round, rather, in the pulse plan. And Vanity is going to give it up. Blocking the vision for NRG to try to come in. There's our Rolling Thunder. There's the overdrive as well. And the paranoia hits Victor right away. Through smokes, we get kills. That's Oxy and Vanity to fall. Traded right back. But health advantage and make that even the frenzy advantage, catching Ethan off guard. Long range with the Guardian. Som is left alone. And you hear now Rooney getting the last pick. Cloud9.
We're going to see NRG, one of their first or second moves towards mid here.
Paranoia trying to play it close. Will be able to manage to get the kill at the Crashies, but Som jumps right back. Meets Vanity, drops him. Victor trips one up towards the B site, but nobody is going to be able to spray him down. So those 2 players staying alive. Actually, all 3 are in group for NRG. Back towards the news. And C9, they have camera watching front B site. They got a dog watching now, spotting the players towards news. And there's that pinch from behind from Oxy. Looking to walk up. There's that ADS. There's that tap on the first. And there's that double swing towards the end, at least for the information, as Rooney's trying to do the same. Is doing some pop damage at least, but Ethan and Som are trying to rotate towards the A side, and Ethan survives at 7.
They've split the map for a plant above and against all the odds here, just being searched up by C9. And now recoup back towards spawn. Ethan and Som are ready to defend. Som takes the high ground, and he just gets hit out by Moose. Completely red on the play.
At least there's no utility right now for them to flash through, so Ethan can play outside in the open, maybe catch some players off guard. There's that spike, there's that first kill. There's that second swing. He has 2 flashes to work with. Rooney turns away. Now hiding ground towards the slant. Runs across! Ethan with the Red Bull clutch! Vanity once again tested towards the news. Crashes, gets hit by a trip. There's more trips coming through, and Moose will be able to get that spray onto Finesse. A rare run through the smoke with no information, gets punished for it. Sees to keep players behind for Cloud9. Now the hat gets thrown out. There's information of where NRG are at, all pinned, clumped inside the B side. Rolling Thunder that's been rolled out now by Ethan. Backstab now by Oxy. Could have been a 3 into the round, but Sam is able to stop him in his tracks. Disadvantage though for NRG. As at least they get the plant down. 4 versus 2, make that only Ethan alone. And this time around, it's a 4-player face and not a 1-2-1-2-1. Another dropping smoke coming out from Vanity just to see if they can catch a timing. But it's instead NRG that gets that timing. Not done yet once again by Rooney, but everybody's dropping at least. Oxy for the support. Both of them fall on top of that. And it seems as though the paranoia wasn't enough to support them. Nightfall out, Vanity down to 1 HP, gets sprayed through as well.
Yeah, tethered up easy. And yeah, it's going to be a runaway for Moose. So, a little bit of a mid-strat after the timeout we saw called a few rounds ago. Then towards A.
No utility left for Zeppa either for them to work through this smoke. So they're probably going to have to go through the swing.
Triple face on the dumpster.
Vanity has paranoia, shorty close, there's 1 for 1. But I don't think the paranoia was thrown to allow the last 3 players to rotate back from the spawn. And that's all of C9 about to walk out 1 by 1 through the smoke. And 1 by 1 they fall.
On this entry.
And that's the thing, you give the space for NRG, they're definitely gonna take it. Haunt did get some information, but Moose still wins that fight against Victor. So no dive, no opening, no first blood, but at least the plant. A drop down for Vanity though, as Finesse is able to push right back out. Saw him trying to lurk across, crouching under the platform. Finesse just right next to their trip, forces himself, baits it out so that Sam can pop up, but couldn't land the shots. He now stands alone, and there's Oxy with the shorty. Looks like Rudy just got spotted though from the back of the site. And that's Sam trying to hold his ground. A push here towards Generator as Finesse drops 2. And that's the lack of utility, that single initiator that the Des was talking about. Or that util was already used to try to find information at the beginning. But Moose, at least is trying to find some fight. 10 seconds left. Vanity is now left alone.
I have the spike.
Ghost upgraded. Has to stick the spike. An easy kill for Sam. But yeah.
We've seen one this late throughout the entire series here. They're going to have to lock it in here for the retake.
Paranoia is going to hit 2 really bold. Is actually going to concuss Rooney and not give himself a chance here to get first. What a slide!
Double headshot slide!
And that allows here the rest of NRG to move forward. Oxy now left alone. There's that first, catching Ethan on a reload. But Ethan stays alive and wins it with the stinger. And Vanity is looking to push towards the spawn. Trying to find an opening, and nobody's pushing through back. Except for the flank of Victor. And now you're gonna start swarming in. There's that Haunt on the side, headshot onto Zeppa. And he's playing Apex right now. Only Vanity is left. And that's only 1 kill to his name. But at least we're throwing C's nades, trying to keep Ethan cornered. Jumps out, finally gets picked off. Meanwhile, the Crashies has made it inside the site. There's that push forward, a 3-player swing, this time towards the Generator. Back and forth we go. But it's not the Finesse alone. A chance here for C9 to stay alive.
Spike planted.
Plant now down. Ult available for Rooney too. So he'll play the contact. He'll jiggle to find the information. Neural Theft also being thrown to ping out Finesse inside the back of this A site. You're just gonna wait it out. First contact will be Rooney no matter what. Finesse walks forward and Rooney crosses that line. And
looks like NRG is just going to consider this a very slow round on the rotation.
Moose able to drop 1. That is Ethan. And looks like after that drop, Rooney doesn't want to go for the ult. He's just going to try to stay here into the astral plane and just smoke for his teammates. As they have 4 players anchored up for Cloud9, only 1 playing towards the extremity. That's going to be Moose. His role now is to high-low with Oxy to look towards the pawn shop. But NRG are rotating back towards the gate, and before the smoke blooms, Vanity is able to connect that kill into Finesse. And that will force the last 2 players to fall back and save their rifles into the next round, especially when Victor invested in an op.
Yep.
A lot of util being thrown. Metal on the top of that to debuff him. As he decays away and swings back in. But it's 2 first blood scored by C9.
This is big. This is the momentum they need. They can start to get through these rounds, grab that off down.
Going out.
Wasn't even really used by Victor. And C9 are going to be able to hold this. That's an NRG save A little bit of an up-tempo here by Cloud9 gets them in towards the back of the site very fast. They still got the ultimate to use for Rooney if they want to try something out of the box in these rounds to come. Well, yeah, really nicely, possibly getting the flawless on this round, but they're going to go hunting Vans. They could use a few more ult orbs on a priority like Zeppa for sure, or Oxy.
And also trying to hurt the economy on the side of NRG, a chance to come back on top of that. Yeah, Crush is able to get 2. Ethan and Som still contested. One-way smoke on the top of news.
I don't know how long these smokes last.
A dangerous one for sure, especially with the spike moving up towards the pawn shop.
Oh,
Pincer maneuver on both sides, and that's Oxy opening it up. Let's go! Okay. Som away down to 41 HP. And there's the overdrive towards the back of the site. But it's a twofer for Cloud9, the advantage coming through. And no opportunities for NRG to flip back inside the site. Ethan now getting caught towards the back by the dog. And he's now pinned. Met up with Crashies, who runs by and gets the headshot of the Vanity. And somehow it's a 2 versus 2. Spike is down. Crashies. Another one up to Rooney. Forces the res. Moose gets the pick. And Crashies once again is trying to get another momentum clutch for NRG to close out the series if it can. Camera pings him. He doesn't care to remove the dart.
Nah, use it.
Hot now out to swing out from Cloud9. Zeppa picked up the orb, is trying to move in here so he can get a plant and get Seekers. It's not planted at the staircase, it's planted safe. Maybe now for C9 they have to fight inside the site. First blood then comes in for Finesse, who throws out that hat. Seekers then coming out as well for C9 as they're battling towards the back of the B site. That's a 1-for-1, big flash coming through, and Finesse somehow gets the kill while full blinded. There's a hat thrown once again, and we have a rolling thunder out on the defensive side. Disadvantage in terms of C9, in terms of the numbers left alive. But all these smokes coming through again, it's not really planted for them. Finesse gets another pick. Only 2 left alive here at Cloud9, and they're just spraying across the smoke. Finally, Victor commits onto the defuse. The double swing inside, a triple kill, and Vanity! Smokes came up towards middle. You saw the dog come down at the beginning as well. And insert it is definitely Oxy watching down towards the A ramp. So good map control allows Cloud9 once again to get another pick. And Vanity, over-eager, tries to go for another peek. And yeah, she just gets punished by Som. Ethan now down to 10 HP through the smoke. Head shotted by the Phantom. Of Moose here on the top of the staircase.
30 seconds left.
On that flank. Spike's gonna go down, but I don't know if Ethan's gonna be ready for this.
And it's such a crazy plan, it's not for anything. And Som's alone in the back lines. Traded out by Rooney. As the others are rotating, trying to find flanks. Everybody is isolated. There's that first lineup, but it's a 1-for-1. Sight up for grabs for C9. And this may be the final moments of NRG.
It'd be a beautiful comeback here for C9. Remember, they're strewn about the map. NRG's gonna have such a hard time trying to clear all these angles. The first shot from Moxie. And Rooney is low here. If Ethan and Crashies hit these shots, they're right at the spike.
And Crashies hit the trip. They know he's coming B main. He's all alone once again in another clutch attempt. Trip now broken, camera is up. The first wall bang onto Rooney. Tap onto the spike. Last 2 players of Cloud9 back towards the market. Goes for that second tap as the satchel comes up. The death split coming through. Not enough time. Moose comes out for the kill. Cloud9, welcome to the playoffs.